Public meetings of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Holy Qom. The House of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in the holy city of Qom hosted another round of the public meetings of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi. In these meetings, the Grand Jurist meets various groups of seminarians, clerics, religious scholars, activists, and the public groups of people. Discussions on Islamic jurisprudence and beliefs are also part of these meetings. Representative of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi attends cultural event in Holy Najaf, Iraq. Sheikh Salah al-Halfi, the head of the preaching department of the office of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Holy Najaf, took part in a cultural event hosted at Brada Hotel in this city. This cultural event hosted groups of cultural and religious experts who each talked about the recently published book titled Shedding Tears, Religious Rulings and Health. Sheikh Halfi also delivered a lecture at this event in which he discussed the merits of shedding tears from a religious perspective. AhlulBayt Institute gives prizes to winners of Ramadan contest. AhlulBayt Cultural and Charity Institute, affiliated with the office of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Basra, held a ceremony to honor the top contenders at the 9th Special Ramadan Contest organized by this center. More than 600 contestants had participated in this event. The ceremony held by the AhlulBayt Institute only hosted 40 participants due to restrictions imposed by the COVID-19 outbreak. Sheikh Sadiq al-Basri, the director of the AhlulBayt Institute, delivered a lecture in this ceremony. In his lecture, Sheikh Sadiq al-Basri talked about the need to publish the genuine teachings of the Holy AhlulBayt, peace be upon them, using the state-of-the-art technologies among the youths. He then warned against the targeted attacks against the school of AhlulBayt among the youths. In the end, the organizers of the event thanked the Grand Shia jurist Ayatollah Shirazi for his outright support for such-like cultural events. Al-Banin Institute commemorates Martyrdom of Imam al-Sadiq, peace be upon him, in Mayson province of Iraq. Al-Banin Institute, affiliated with the office of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Mayson province of Iraq, held a ceremony to commemorate the anniversary of the martyrdom of Imam al-Sadiq, peace be upon him. This ceremony was attended by groups of Shia believers and lovers of AhlulBayt, peace be upon them, who listened to a lecture by Sheikh Saad ad-Duraji. AhlulBayt Institute honors martyrdom of Imam al-Sadiq, peace be upon him, in Madagascar. AhlulBayt Islamic Center, affiliated with the office of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Mahajanga city of Madagascar, held a ceremony and commemorated the anniversary of the martyrdom of Imam al-Sadiq, peace be upon him. These ceremonies were attended by groups of Shia believers and lovers of AhlulBayt, peace be upon them, in this country. Nonviolence publishes a statement on International Day of Innocent Children Victims of Aggression. On the International Day of Innocent Children Victims of Aggression, Nonviolence Incorporation Free Muslim Association published a statement that reads as follows. Following reports which drew global attention to the devastating impact of armed conflict on children, in 1997 the General Assembly adopted a resolution on the rights of the child. It was a landmark development in efforts to improve the protection of children in conflict situations. This signaled the start of a new consensus among all countries on the need for dedicated attention, advocacy, and coordinated effort by the international community to address the vulnerabilities and the violations faced by children in conflict-related situations. In recent years, the number of violations perpetrated against children have in many conflict zones increased. More needs to be done to protect the 250 million children living in countries and areas affected by the conflicts. More must be done to protect children from being targeted by violent extremists, to promote international humanitarian and human rights law, and to ensure accountability for violations of the rights of children. Nonviolence Incorporation Free Muslim Association also urges all developed countries to play their role as advocates of the rights of children in conflict zones, making sure that children are kept away from armed violence in all parts of the world.